Another day, another mock trade from a media outlet that doesn't exactly watch the Orlando Magic. Welcome in, Magic fans. Today we're going to be talking about the Sporting News article that sends Cade Cunningham to Orlando for not much, and we're going to be talking about the Bulls game tonight, which the Magic play the Bulls tonight at 7 o'clock. You're going to be seeing this video probably around 4:45. That'll be when it's uploaded. Right now, I am obviously recording prior to the game, and we're going to be just talking about the guys who are now made available and what is going on with the Orlando Magic as they are on a heater right now, 9-1 over the last 10 games. But first, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, support Magic Digest in the best way that you guys possibly can. We're trying to build an Orlando Magic basketball community, and we're well on our way. All right, let's take a look at this trade. Orlando could trade away Cole Anthony, a 2025 first-round pick, this one from the Denver Nuggets, and their own picks in 26, 28, and 30, plus a swap or two, and land Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons. Obviously, you can't trade your own first-round pick in back-to-back years in the NBA. That is a new rule, and so we send over 26, 28, and 30 in that scenario. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this trade just simply because I don't think it would even be remotely possible. I don't really see why the Detroit Pistons would even be a fan of it. And if you are a Detroit Pistons fan and you have made your way to the video, let us hear it why this is almost impossible, because from the other side of the street, it is not something that makes a lot of sense for the Orlando Magic. Namely because Cole Anthony serving as a salary match, this Magic team cannot afford this. Not with Wagner, Suggs, Banchero on the way, and Cade Cunningham. My goodness, where's the money coming from? You can't possibly print this sort of money. This has to be a federal offense. So this was not something that could possibly happen. Also, the final paragraph mentions the starters and the bench, and it doesn't mention Mo Wagner, Baratse, so it kind of makes me question. And Jett Howard's also not in this, plan of the future or in this trade either. So it just makes me question whether or not they actually watch the Orlando Magic. And that is obviously a concern and something that you need to do when you're making a trade like this. It also mentioned that Jalen Suggs, in that top paragraph, he's hurt and not always consistently healthy, and the Orlando Magic needs a true offensive point guard, a guy who can help their net rating, their offensive output. But I definitely think that it's tough to judge the offense or whoever's at the helm of it or the facilitator of it right now without Banchero in the lineup. He obviously was one of the most talented players in the Eastern Conference, and he's been out for a minute now. So you can't really judge the offense or any of the guys like Suggs or Black just yet. The jury is definitely still out. Cole Anthony slumping, but that's why he's included in that trade. I don't really see a scenario where this would happen or a scenario where the Pistons would really want to trade Cade Cunningham to a team that is also in the Eastern Conference. Who knows? But I definitely thought it was very interesting. Sound off in the comments below, using that classic term, because I want you guys to tell me how terrible that trade is for the people that wrote it. Because can you believe that is still going around when we're 20 games into the season? I can't really believe it either. All right, let's go talk about the game tonight. So in the last video, I mentioned Jalen Suggs and Wendell Carter Jr. When are they coming back? They're both being rumored to have come back. We don't know what the status is with Gary Harris. Who knows? But the Bulls game is tomorrow. Well, now it's today, and about 20 minutes after I made that video, they were both reported to be able to play and be made available in tonight's game. And that was the same thing that happened in the NBA primetime game, that video that I made the day before, where the NBA reversed it practically right when I posted it. So definitely some bad timings on those videos, but good news nonetheless. And we're going to see Wendell Carter Jr. and Jalen Suggs in the game. Now, we are also not in the same space as potentially Jamahl Mosley, because he could end up starting Wendell Carter Jr. And that is a huge thing. I asked all of you guys in the video yesterday who should start, and we're going to wait and see. We don't know just yet who is starting, but I definitely think Baratse is going to keep that starting position. Wendell Carter Jr. is averaging more rebounds, but Baratse has been there, as you guys have mentioned in the comments below, in good position and has helped the defense, especially in the paint. And I don't really see a reason why we would insert Wendell Carter Jr., especially when we're winning, back into the starting lineup when he returns. Jalen Suggs, I think, will start. Gary Harris has now been ruled out, so I definitely think Jalen Suggs will keep starting, and Anthony Black will be that first guard off the bench alongside, depending on who it is, Cole Anthony, whoever's got the hot hand, whoever they feel like is that guy. And then KCP will probably end up starting as well. So definitely good news on that front. And I definitely think that the Orlando Magic will beat the Bulls tonight. They are 9.5-point favorites, and they are 8-0 at home. So I think you can almost chalk it up to them playing well at home. The Bulls pretty much come into the game mostly healthy. I would say Lonzo Ball is still a game time decision, but he's been dealing with a wrist injury, so we'll end up seeing what he does. He's been out for like a month now. I don't really know if this will be the game, especially on the road, that he ends up playing. Patrick Williams is out for the Bulls, but outside of that, Jalen Smith is a game time decision. But for the most part, we know the teams that are going to be playing tonight, and the Orlando Magic are practically at full health, or what they've been at for the last month or so, not counting Paolo Banchero. I think that this is a very good development. I definitely think that the Orlando Magic will win this game. With Suggs back, I think this will kind of take a little bit of the pressure off Anthony Black. I think for a second there, this is very good timing, that Anthony Black would have ended up catching a start, or it would have been Corey Joseph, and I know all of the fans would have got extremely angry about that. Or it could have been even, KCP, and you would have just ran some sort of big lineup. I definitely am glad to see that now. Hopefully, Jamahl Mosley kind of lays off the starting Wendell Carter Jr. run and ends up playing Goga Bitadze. Also, this does help with Jonathan Isaac. He doesn't end up having to take on too much of a workload than he can take, or that he can handle, because we obviously don't want to see that. Also, this team was out-rebounded against the Charlotte Hornets, so Wendell Carter Jr. coming back does help that mightily. They were out-rebounded 39-52. So a lot of good things going on with the Orlando Magic, and a lot of good things going on with this channel. Guys, I'm going to try to pump out about 5 videos a week. I want to make this almost a daily thing. I know sometimes there's not much out there. There's not much news going on. Sometimes there is a ton of news going on. I'm a little late on it, but guys, you're going to have to bear with me. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully tonight we see a starting lineup that we have been very familiar with over the last month as the team weathers the storm for Paolo Banchero to return. Right now, as far as he is concerned, still out, still 4 to 6 weeks. About a month ago is when he was going to get reevaluated. So we're just waiting on that reevaluation. But I digress. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video and all of the support that you guys have been providing. Tell me, Pistons fans, how terrible that trade is. Tell me, Magic fans, how great that would actually be if they could pull it off and print money. And tell me what you guys think of anything Orlando Magic basketball related. Hopefully, Bitadze starts tonight. Hopefully, everybody stays healthy tonight, and the Magic extend their record to 9-0 at home this year. But I will see you guys next time with more Orlando Magic basketball content.